What is up, y'all? Within today's video, we're going to be talking about James Charles Painted Blush launch. Now, I do want to let you guys know a disclaimer from the jump of this. You guys know I like to do a full my thoughts and opinions video, and typically that does entail like the names of it and the pricing and all of like the shades and everything. But within today's video, I only have just a little bit of information because at the time of me filming this video, James Charles came out with a TikTok announcing when the blushes are going to be coming out and saying that a full review or full reveal is going to be, y'all, every single time I'm talking about reveal and review, I always get those backwards, y'all. I don't know why. For some reason, out of my mouth comes review when I want to say reveal in my head. But y'all know what I'm saying. He is going to be coming out with them on September 23rd, and then he is coming out with a reveal on September 13th. Now, the problem with this is I'm actually currently pre-filming, and y'all, I got 7 videos to film because I'm trying to have. I'm not gonna be able to like upload every single day while I'm gone on my cruise, but y'all, I'm trying my hardest to have at least 5 out of the 7 days. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of a little difficult for me right now because I actually can't film on Friday because that's when I'm going to be traveling to Miami. So I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be able to like see his video, film it, and give you guys my full thoughts and opinions. But y'all know I wanted to talk about these blushes because this fool has been talking about these damn blushes for literal years now. So I'm like, what's the holdup with them? What has taken so long? Also, I did a video before where people were calling him out saying that he was copying Patrick Ta's packaging. And I was just kind of like, y'all, if you guys don't remember that video, basically because the component that he was sharing looked similar to Patrick Ta's, and I was like, there are so many brands out there that have this type of packaging because obviously when you're coming out with a cream and blush, cream and powder duo, it's going to look like that. It's going to have like two, slots next to each other. There's really no other way around it. I guess maybe that he could have went with a horizontal package rather than a vertical package, and that could have been the, only other thing. But I just feel like, in my personal opinion, even too, a vertical package makes a little bit more sense. So we are going to be talking about his reveal video within today's video. Well, his first reveal video, not the like full, launch of it. But we're going to be talking about that because he does show the shades and he does show the packaging. And then I do want to actually talk about his, the way that he's kind of doing things. Like, I've said this before when he announced his palette and he did that whole like, I don't want to like, I guess commercial, I guess that's what it was. I thought it was really genius, like, to be straight up with you guys. And you guys know how I feel about James Charles, but I'm so sorry, but I'm not one of those like biased people to where I'm like, I don't really like James Charles as a person, so I'm gonna bash his makeup brand and his ideas and his concepts and his artwork. Do you know what I mean? I'm really gonna keep it real. So I know a lot of people don't understand that. You guys know I've addressed this before. Like, when I'm talking about stuff like this, people on Reddit have said before, he's so confusing. Like, he'll say this about Jeffree Star and he'll say that about Jeffree Star, but then he'll say this about James Charles, but then he'll say that about James Charles. I'm like, you guys, I'm literally separating the art from the artist. Obviously, yes, I make drama videos, and yes, I make commentary videos talking about makeup, and yes, I do sometimes do, obviously, like reviews of makeup. Do you know what I mean? I'm never going to bash somebody's product just because I don't like them as a person. I just feel like that's completely fake. And I feel like people that do that, it's kind of like we can all see right through you because they'll lead off the video by being like, I hate James Charles, and then they'll bash the product. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, that's just kind of fake to me. It's kind of like, look, at the end of the day, if you are going to, not like a person, that's totally fine. But then when you go and you purchase their products to do a review of it and you purposefully want to hate it just to like make it seem even more bad, I'm just kind of like, us as viewers, we can all see through that, So I never want to come across that way. So you guys know when it comes down to things, like, I've been very opinionated about James Charles. I've been very opinionated about Jeffree Star. But when I review their products, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm going to keep it real at the end of the day. Now, before jumping into this video in its entirety, I do want to let you guys know this. Typically, when it comes down to James Charles, like, I'll always say, like, when it came down to the painted paints is when it came down to the painted bare canvas palette. I let you guys know, oh, if this video gets to 1,000 likes, then I'm going to purchase this and do a review. This is something that I am most likely not going to be purchasing. Let me get this out of, if you guys don't watch my anti-hauls, if you guys don't watch my new makeup drops or the bops or flops, me and cream blushes just don't get along. I can pretty much only use powder blushes because you know what, actually, I may have it covered up pretty good right now, but I do have all these like broken capillaries, and just my skin texture is really, really weird when it comes down to cream blushes. And it's so crazy because even if I put on a full coverage foundation, if I were to put a blush right there, it just emphasizes this right here and it just looks blotchy. I have tried so many different brands before because when I was freelancing as a makeup artist, I had so many different cream blushes in my kit because I absolutely love the finish of cream blushes. For years now, it just doesn't work on my skin. So many people have told me, oh, you have broken capillaries, your skin's pH balance is off. I have tried everything under the sun to try to work that out because I would love to review cream blushes. I feel like they're so beautiful and definitely more my style because you guys know as I get older, my skin is getting a little bit more drying, and I just feel like I would really like a cream blush. And I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. from looking at the packaging of these, I was like, low-key, I probably would do a review of it, but I just know that cream blushes, me doing a cream blush review is just not going to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Because I just feel like, no, I've tried so many damn brands before and it just does not look good. It always just clings to this one little area right here and it just looks so splotchy. So I'm letting you guys know from the jump that I will not be purchasing this product, you guys know. And I really do appreciate that a lot of you guys like go to me for honesty for, reviews. But I just feel like with this product specifically, it's just not going to work. So I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my money. And on top of that too, because I know at the end of the day, if I go to do that review and if you guys are looking at my face, it's going to look splotchy. And I just feel like I'm not a good representation of the cream blush wearers out there because of my stupid little cheeks right here that for the life of me, I can't get figured out. But if I did have the money to go to a dermatologist, I'm sure that I could. Unfortunately, I've looked into that and I'm like, yo, that is not within my budget right now. I'm so sorry. But like looking, I know this is so crazy because to some people out there, they'll be like, oh, I'd rather go to the dermatologist. But me, I'm like, ooh, this is gonna cost like $500. I'm like, I would rather go on a cruise. I'm so sorry. In my personal opinion, to me, I view everything as in like, I'd rather go on a trip than like spend money on that. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get a drink of water. I'm gonna be doing a lot of rambling. Because y'all, I'm prepared. Today is probably like I'm gonna film the most videos that I've ever filmed in my entire life. I have 7 videos planned to film today, which is like the most I've ever planned before. But y'all know when it comes down to YouTube, you have to stay like really consistent. If not, they really penalize you. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, me and my like trying to do daily uploads, which by the way, I've completely been failing at that. I've probably been uploading like 5 videos a week, not 7. But still, y'all, it's so hard. And I'm like, I'm still putting in the work and trying. And I'm like, YouTube still penalizes my ass. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I'm trying my hardest to have videos already pre-scheduled for when I am on my cruise because I will not be having internet. Anyways, let me get my drink of water and let's get into it. Speaking of pre-filming, y'all, I just realized right before this that I'm so stupid that I accidentally deleted my Ulta haul. If you guys had seen my e.l.f. Tinder video, I talked about me filming an Ulta haul, which I already had done at that point, and I accidentally just deleted it right before filming this video because I was trying to like clear up space on my memory card to make room for all these videos that I'm filming today, and I'm like, oh no. So I'm gonna have to refilm that, y'all, which sucks. I hate refilming videos. I think I've probably only done it like twice in my life, maybe 3 times, because I'm like, y'all, I don't know, for some reason I just feel like it's like, I don't know, kind of fake the second time around, but whatever, it's just a haul at the end of the day. But I do want to obviously commit to that because y'all, I haven't done a haul in years. Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about this at first. So James Charles actually posted this, I want to say maybe about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, where he actually showed the packaging of the products, and I had saw this, but there wasn't enough, details, I would say, for me to make a video about this. I do want to say this though, okay? And I know this is where like I get hate because anything that I say like positive about James Charles is like people are like, oh my gosh, they expect me to just talk shit about him 24/7. But I'm like, when we're talking about makeup, like y'all, people hated the fact that I really loved his palette. Like I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I really loved his palette. I thought it was a great palette. I love the color story. The finishes were beautiful. The mattes blended out nice. The actual palette component itself was so nice. So I'm like, I'm not gonna bash that. But I think where everyone got it misconstrued is that y'all, like one of my highest viewed videos was doing a review of his painted paint palettes, and I'm sorry, but that paint was horrendous, like absolutely horrendous. Like I really hated it. The yellow one specifically, that's the one I did the review of, and I was just like, no. So I think that people just expected me to like bash the palette, but I was like, actually I was like, actually, I love the palette. So what I'm gonna say right now, y'all, I'm sorry, it may rattle some of y'all, but I really do like this packaging. I think that it is so cute, the fact that it looks like a paint swatch and it has the texture of the paint on the side, and then it has the actual colors of the blushes. I think that this packaging is really, really cute. I am so sorry. I just have to keep it real with you guys. I just really like it, and I feel like it's very aesthetically pleasing, and I really do feel like if you're a working makeup artist, like y'all, I feel like this is so convenient because if you don't have to like dig for the colors and look for the name of it. You literally see the color on the actual component right on the front of the package, and I think that that's really nice, and I feel like it's really, really cute. I just got to keep it real. Also, speaking of what I think is really cute, that he came out with this video right here. I was gonna play it in its entirety, but then I realized my rambling at the beginning half was already like 6 minutes long, so I was like, let me not. But basically, this video that you guys are seeing right here is like the initial like teasing of when the blushes are going to be coming out. So he had all of his models like whisper to each other like, oh, keep a secret, the blushes are coming out. And then James Charles is like, oh, who cares, the blushes are coming out. I have to say, I think things like this are really engaging. I feel like they're really catchy. One thing where I am going to throw a little bit of shade though, like y'all, looking at James Charles from the side, after all these years, how does he not get his foundation match correct? Like, I am so damn sorry. I understand in his face that he wants to look tan, but it's like when you turn to the side and your foundation is a completely different color, like, y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm keeping it real, but it looks like his foundation is 3 shades darker than his neck, which I'm like, I've said this before, and people have given me heat for this before too. I feel like James Charles is a really, really good makeup artist. So I'm just kind of like, boo, why don't you get your foundation right? Like, damn, he's been called out for this for so many years. And it's like, he looks funny and people will roast him. People have made TikToks about him. They have made like Twitter, like videos about him, clowning him for his foundation. And it's just kind of like, why don't you learn by now to match that up? You know what I mean? I totally get it. You want to look a little bit more tan, but obviously then take it all the way down to your neck, on the side of your neck. You know what I mean? I just, or like go tanning. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, I have to say that that is cute, but I do want to go ahead and play now that his full little video where he is announcing when they're going to be coming out, and he does go over the colors, and then after that we will talk about the colors.
It is finally time for the special announcement that you've all been waiting for. Greetings everyone, my name is James Charles, the CEO of makeup brand Painted. As we have grown and released more products into the market, we have refined and perfected our product development process so that every single step of the procedure is flawless, from our makeup factories to your makeup collections. I am so excited to finally announce our most anticipated launch yet, our Painted blushes. We are launching with 8 beautiful, stunning shades, and let me just say, when I received my first lab samples, I immediately fell in love. What are these colors? This is not what I sent to the... Oh my god. You're literally... Oh my god, look at that. Oh, here we go.
Be nice. Be nice.
You guys, can someone please explain to me why these shades literally look like something my grandma would have worn during the Great Depression?
James, you cannot send that. Do not send that.
At Painted, we specialize in packaging and had to ensure that our marvelous shades were presented in the most unique and inventive way possible. To deliver convenience throughout an artist's makeup routine, our exterior packaging even features a 3D paint swatch that seamlessly mirrors the color of the product inside. There is no way any factory saw these 3 colors and thought they looked the same. Do you see this? Do they think that I can't see this? This is a makeup brand for James Charles, not Ray Charles! Each component is home to 2 perfectly paired matching blush formulas. 1 cream and 1 powder, tied together by a unique shade name handwritten in our signature Painted script. Pink Drink looks good, Dolly Doll's also good. Let's take a look at Peach Beach. There's no... Did anybody look at this box before you sent it to me? Can you read that, please? Peach Beach. It's supposed to say Peach Beach! I have not said hi sisters in a video in years. I'm not a fucking nut! After the production of our blushes was completed, which was a piece of cake, they made their way to our local Painted warehouse right here in Los Angeles, California. What do you mean the truck crashed? Okay.
Breaking news this morning, 100-car pileup on the 405 South caused by a truck carrying blushes.
And now they are finally ready to be in your hands and makeup routines. Our Painted blushes are set to release on September 23rd, which I know is still a couple of weeks away, but we wanted to make sure that our artists had plenty of time to prepare to grab this brand new product that we have just announced. Again? You guys cannot be serious right now. There's no way. They've already been delayed so many times. If they don't launch soon, you guys, they're not even gonna come out until what, like 2024?
Y'all, am I tripping, or was that like not really cute? Like, I am so sorry. I just got to keep it real that I feel like it's really cute. I feel like he knows what he's doing, because low-key, I don't know, y'all know that I've never, ever, since the beginning of time, before James Charles was even called out, I just never really cared for him. He's just, for some reason, always gotten under my skin. So I've never really paid attention to him. So please, somebody let me know down below. Is he a theater kid? Because I feel like maybe he low-key is a theater kid, because that's where his, like, you know, ideas come from to, like, create these, like, fun, catchy, like, commercials. And I think that they really stick. And I think this is a really good marketing strategy, because obviously everyone's like, oh my gosh, like, this is really cute. Like, y'all know, like, I am so sorry, but his whole, like, palette video that he had came out with, I was like, that was so damn cute. Like, really well thought out, really well produced, and I really did like it. I gotta keep it real. And I think that this little announcement right here was cute as well too. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the colors. I don't have any names. I don't have any pricing. Once again, I do apologize. I am pre-filming. I'm not going to be able to film as soon as he does his full reveal. And y'all, I will literally be 10 days later after that. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and make a video talking about it before he does the full reveal, because we can obviously see the colors, we can see the component, and obviously his video. So I think that's enough in my opinion. Let's go ahead and start off with the colors right here. To this left, we have a light, I could never say the damn word, apricot. A color which I have to say I love a color like that. It's very peachy, very warm, very springtime. And speaking of springtime, the one next to it, a tangerine color, is really, really nice. A blush like that I personally would never wear though, because it's just way too bright for me. But I do feel like it is beautiful on some certain skin tones, just not on me for some reason. The one that I think I would like the most is this one right here, this like little like soft pink. You know what? I'm torn in between these two right here actually, is the baby pink as well as this like soft rosy pink that looks like it has a little bit of peachiness to it. I feel like those two colors are really nice. I do tend to gravitate whenever I do wear blush. I tend to gravitate towards the obnoxious, like bubblegum bright pink, kind of like the one that you see on the right hand side. It's so crazy because I always tell this story, like when I worked at MAC, like y'all, I forget exactly which blush it was. Was it Dolly Mix or damn, I forget exactly. I want to say it was Dolly Mix. Like every single time that I would pull out that blush, people would be like, oh, no, 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 that's way too much for me. I don't want that on my face. And I'm like, just please trust me. Like, I'm like, don't even trip. If it's too much, I'll go ahead and like tone it down and I'll put it on them and then they'll end up purchasing it, because sometimes these blushes look so intimidating and when they go on, they're absolutely beautiful. Also, speaking of the components, like I have to say, I really do like the component. Yes, it does look like the same exact component as Patrick Ta's. Oh, you know what? I have it right here. Patrick Ta's, what is this called, y'all? The Cream Contour and Powder Bronze Duo. It literally looks like the same exact component. Obviously, this just has a metallic finish and his is white. But also, I just got to keep it real. Like when you guys look into actual like plastic manufacturers, you'll see a lot of brands have the same exact thing. Like y'all, when I was looking for components for my liquid lipsticks, I was like, oh my gosh, I did not realize that Dose of Colors is the same lipstick component as Jeffree Star. And then there was like Black Moon Cosmetics. There was just so many different brands that had the same exact component, which I'm like, it's just easier because all of these big plastic manufacturers tend to create the same type of thing and then people just buy it and then they make the outer colors different. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I have to say that those colors look really, really nice right there. And then he does have some more peachy shades as well as a plum shade. Not plum shade, a little bit more of a deep rose shade. Now, I did see from his components that he does have from the outside, it looks like it would be a deep plum. I don't know exactly how many shades that he is coming out with. But nonetheless, I'm so sorry. I have to say, overall, these do look really cute. Like, honestly, they look really, really nice. I'm curious to know what the finish is because I feel like, getting that perfect formulation is really, really difficult because me personally, I love a blush to look like skin, so when it's like overly matte, I do not like that. I know obviously if you just wear the cream alone, then it's going to look like skin, but sometimes the powders can be a little bit too drying, so I wonder if they're going to have a nice satin finish to them. I do apologize that I don't have any pricing. These are going to be coming out on September 23rd. Once again, I know I've repeated myself twice, but for the third time, because typically I like to have that information. I just wanted to get this video out because I was like, yo, I'm going to be gone for so long, so they're literally already going to be out by the time I come back, or literally they come out the day that I come back. So I was like, that's not going to work. So let me go ahead and talk about it within today's video. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. Make sure you guys let me know if you plan on purchasing any of these. If so, what shade catches your eye? Also, do you guys like the packaging? Like, let's keep it real. I feel like the packaging is really cute. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.